about race because I am biracial and I am like automatically deemed able to relate to both sides of the conversation.
We're more than halfway through June already. Now, my favorite month is February, Black History Month. You see, Michelle, she celebrates the full month, and, you know, I celebrate half. My father was a black man from Kenya, and my mother was a white woman from Kansas. So yes, my mother loved a black man, and no, she was not a Kardashian.
Obama impersonator Reggie Brown's jokes were cut short at the Republican Leadership Conference when RLC President and CEO Charlie Davis decided to pull him off stage for humor that had become too inappropriate for the event. Known as the world's foremost President Barack Obama comedic impersonator, people are able to book Brown for what he claims is fun, fair, balanced political comedy. When taking a further look at Brown's appearance at the RLC, his remarks further complicate notions of race as performance. In a sense, Brown represents a reification of the racial scripts within America, where he is performing a performance of race. The fact that he was featured at a Republican convention furthers the concept of race as a political tool. Whereas many conservatives saw Brown's appearance as simple impersonation, it is essential to note that his constant mentioning of his biracial heritage serves as a reminder of the complex nature that race and the idea of choosing one's race plays out in the public sphere, in this case, politics.
I thought it was kind of weird that it was in the context of a Republican, was it in the context of a Republican Party event? Which just seems a little inappropriate to a certain degree.
I didn't find it like particularly like that offensive because it was, I mean, what bothered me more was just that it was at the Republican National Convention. Like the context of it was what bothered me more than the actual joke itself.
I do think comedy is becoming more political, and I think in some ways it's based within the realm of like how popular Saturday Night Live actors have become, and in just that like they've always made sure that segments of their show were based on real world topics and like poking fun at those.
I'm not knowledgeable in the history of comedy, but I would definitely think that comedy has been a way that comedians have mocked or poked fun at political systems, and it was veiled as comedy so they don't get in trouble.
I think America's fascination and obsession with being politically correct definitely works in tangent with that. And I think it kind of stems from how comedy with political intentions isn't always politically correct. I think also there's such an obsession with people to not be racist or not be inappropriate with how they deal with other people, especially as the world's just becoming more aware that there are different kinds of people out there than what we had originally, in quotes, it's expected.
Being politically correct is like forever will like follow us and, you know, haunt us in a way that like we don't even know if we are saying something that's PC if it actually is anymore. And I think that like in the same way that a lot of people project themselves to be very like open and accepting, in some cases that can make them very myopic, and they're always like, instead of hearing someone for what they're saying, they're dissecting what they're saying and not listening and trying to find a place where they are incorrect in our politically correct lives.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I mean, they are tied together.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you so much. This was very good.
Good.
You really helped us out.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks a lot.
As multiracialism becomes more prevalent in society, it becomes fodder for media representation. The presentation of this subject in comedy is extremely interesting because humor is often seen as a forum where difficult or taboo subjects can be discussed without as much scrutiny as a more serious medium. However, out of the comedy surrounding multiracialism, several important themes emerge that allow us to think about mixed race identity and its portrayal in a new light. We have found that comedy reflects society and can act as a conduit for further discussion on the topic of multiracialism. There is also the importance of context when thinking about multiracialism and how that context informs what is funny and who thinks something is funny. Finally, an interesting aspect of humor about multiracialism is that comedy can allow for political discussion, but it may also soften the importance of that political discourse. When creating or participating in comedy concerning multiracialism, it is important to keep these ideas in mind.